Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer, and this is the Road to the Record, where I work to achieve mastery of 10 games in a hunt for the best score of the Decathlon. If you'd like to see, remember to hit that like button. You want to see more? Hit subscribe. Let the games begin. This is Pro Cycling Manager 2018, Pro Cyclist Mode, episode 65. We are on to the Larry H. Miller Tour of Utah. Not one of the major races out there, but it is arguably the second or third biggest race in North America each year. And I head in as a favorite on this stage, but I don't think there's going to be too much damage, and I think we still could end up with a bit of a sprint finish on this one. 135 kilometers here for stage number one, hill stage, and it's one long continuous hill. It certainly could do the damage and leave half the field behind, but I think a good half of the field will still probably be there. So
many riders must have only one thing on their mind: getting this over with.
And with that lengthy descent towards the end of this one, I think that'll allow those who do make it to the top a good chance to recover. So it looks like we've got a field of just 94 for this one, so a rather small field compared to what we've been used to of late, especially coming off the Tour de France. And I'm going to go ahead and skip towards the end on this one. Like I said, I don't expect the climb to really do too much damage to the field, but if it does, we'll come back early. We roll into Cedar City. 12 kilometers left in this one. We'll go through a little circuit here to finish this stage up. Very little damage done to the field overall. There were 77 riders over the top. We've lost 4 here in the last little bit, but that's still the bulk of the field. Five riders in the breakaway, and they're still away, but you could also see they are now right in front of us. So I have Tarme and Arslanov. Let's follow these guys, and I'm going to try to get some sort of lead out and see if we can't pick up a few seconds. I am supposed to be the favorite for this race.
The riders are entering the last 5 kilometers of the stage.
5K to go. Okay. I don't even think you're going to make it as far as I need you to make it. If I put you on 99 here. You got 3K to go. Got myself a little lead out here. One rider left off the front. And that's DeVries. DeVries, I just watched Oh, come on. I click on the sprint right as I disappear. I should end up with a good finish here, though, even though I will not definitely win it. I was hoping for maybe a top 3, and I probably could have gotten it if the sprint had, sprinted when I clicked on it, as opposed to Kangart and Arslanov going out the back right at that exact moment and it moving it, and I lose about 50 meters of sprint as a result, as I have to quickly shift over and move my hand to the pause button. Arthur Visho takes the stage. Jesus Heradas. It was capable. Heradas certainly no sprinter. Creeder, Anderson, Pedersen, Gogol. I get 8th, still on the stage. Not bad. Not too many big names to contend with on this one. Ivan Sosa is here. Viermos. Matthias Frank. Vervecki, who is on my career mode team.
And here are the key moments of the race.
All right, well, there's one stage in the books. We've got 6 more to go. Most of this is climbing. There's only a couple pure sprint stages, but that one very much played out like a sprint stage. Ooh, Movie Star, their budget's going to drop. Difficult year for them, huh? Stage 2, again, it says this is a hill stage. It certainly does undulate all the way through the end, but not much for a hill stage. 159 kilometers, a little bit longer here. And we'll skip straight towards the end again. Back with 11 kilometers to go. Visho, the current race leader, the one who finished first place stage 1, trying to attack. There is no breakaway right now, well, besides Visho, who's just a few seconds off the front. So I just assigned Tarme with a hard chase, and Tarme still hasn't quite made it through, and actually we just lost control of Tarme and all of my teammates as a whole, so that's not very useful. But the peloton actually just split, and we have just 25 riders left now here in this group. As there we go, now it's back together. Asimov. These attacks are happening because of the pacing as it is. What I need to do, actually, instead of getting you out front, let's take control of these 3 guys. Let's do what we did last time. We'll get Tarme in front. We'll get Arsenalov going first. It's only 5 kilometers, so there you go. Let's put you on a 98.
The riders are entering the last 5 kilometers of the stage.
This should keep the others from attacking. Little uphill section here. Wow, he's going quick, even on a 98. Down to 3. He did not last long, Arsenalov. We'll go 97 here for Tarme. That is over the top of the little bit of climb that there was. Now let's hope that this doesn't split on me again right as I'm about to hit the button. There goes my support, so I better just sprint now, even though I might not necessarily get there, but it looks like I could be on my way to 5th place. Walsheed, Van Asbrook, there comes Visho. Don't pick up the seconds, Visho. Okay, Holgard, 3rd, Visho 4th, Harada, Yarmos. I take 7th on the stage. I actually did pick up some points here at the top of this mountain. What was the name of it? Boulder. So Boulder Mountain. 2nd over the top. There was only a single one-man breakaway at that point, and so I attacked it and picked up some easy points on that Category 2 climb. It's kind of looking like I should dominate this race, so I am being a little bit more bold than I would normally be. Try to go after some extra points. I'll take the Mountain Climbers jersey as well if I can get my hands on it. Stage 3, about 75 kilometers left to go. 6 riders off the front. They're only 2 minutes away. We can actually catch glimpses of them around certain corners. Up a little uphill section right now, but the race is going to get going for real here in just a little bit as we get up to the top of this first peak. But then we have our first real climb of this race, and I'm a heavy favorite to get over the top first. And I'm going to try to use my team up to do just that. And this would be the time to set that up. Maybe not 99. I've always set 90 for everyone. And I'm going to see what they can all give me to shatter the field and get me off on my own. So I need to see kind of what I have. Kangert is a 74. Tarme today is a 74. Vecchi is a 74 today. Arsenal 76 today, and De Plus a 74. So pretty dang good team here to support me in this one. De Plus on, well, no, he's a -1 as well. So everybody's suffering a little bit. wait for that teams to line up, and then I'm going to start attacking this field. On Arsenal, you're wasting a lot of energy just getting up here. There we go. Alright, so breakaway group's going to get caught real quick. My objective is first to get to the top of this climb before anyone else. And then, and hopefully use my team to get through this, the first, what, 2/3, 3/4 or so of it, and then maybe climb the top my own, well beyond everybody else. With the field shattered, if I can get far enough ahead, I can go on and take this stage. And it looks like the 88's, yeah, the 88's doing okay. Hey, really? Okay, Congert's work is done. How far did he get us? Actually a pretty good distance. But these guys aren't going to last terribly long at the rate we're going. Peloton actually hasn't even split up yet. Breakaway group is nearly caught, but we've still got mostly a full field. Very little damage being done to me, so I don't mind the pace. Whoa, guys, whoa. Everybody going sky high there for a moment. 5 riders left. Now the peloton beginning to break.
The pace seems much too high for many riders.
I'm going to switch Arsenal into Plus. Vervecchi's going to take his turn. Tarme. Done. Vervecchi's not going to last long here. Arsenal, same. De Plus should last a little while. "28 riders that are all that is left. Once De Plus is done, I'll be riding off on my own. But my objective was to get right about to the top here of this section, and that has been exactly what they've done for me. Peloton down to 22 riders, so my team has ultimately shattered the field for me, and then I will attack. Why don't you just go 99 for a little while? Meanwhile, I'm recovering. 19 riders is all that's left. I do not want to attack yet, but if somebody else forces me to, no problem. Still 46K to go. There we go. Gets me up over the top. Not as strong as I wanted it to be, that final section. We didn't leave anybody else behind, but he's still leading here at the front, so no worries on that part. And a little bit of recovery for him there. Didn't last long, but have a nice day.
This climb features some dreadful percentages.
Then there were 8, 7, 2. The Hermos is left with me. And 1. Grab some water here on the flat, and then we're going to attack again. I don't mind being just about out of energy at the top, as I'll be able to recover on the descent. 1K to go to the top of the climb. And I've got over a minute lead, which is stretched more and more. And a half. And here's the top. Minute 50 at the top. 2 minutes before they're going to get there. Now, is this the actual top here? Yes, but we still got a little bit until we get going downhill. And I'm kind of just at the edge here, and now on the descent I'll start to recover. Set that to about an 85. I will take some risk. 2:53 is the gap, almost 3 minutes, and I'll be in recovery here very soon. I gotta get through this section and not lose a ton of time though. The full recovery is gonna come after these next little chunks, but I'm down to 2 riders chasing and the gap's actually grown. It's over 3 minutes now. So let's just keep pushing until we get over the top of this. Even though I won't actually begin my recovery for a little while yet. 2 riders giving chase. Sosa and Atkinson, Villarmos currently in 4th, Reyes in 5th. Harada, nowhere to be seen. 3:05 is the gap.
It's in such percentages that the
Here's that last little uphill section, and I've expanded the lead a little bit through here. 3:15. That downhill will get me fully recovered, so not worried. This will be a stage win. This will be a nice comfortable lead. 3.5 minutes now. The back end of the field just went over the top of the climb. And there we go. Now, here in just a moment.
But they all look ready to set off again.
Here in just a moment, I'm going to start to recover at a regular pace here. 3.5 minutes is the lead. And there it is. Right after that, we're going to start going downhill enough that I will go into recovery mode. 3 minutes, 31 seconds. Still the same 2 riders giving chase. Not quite steep enough, but percent now over 5. There it goes. Now we're starting recovery here. Sosa, Atkinson, Villarmos, and now a huge group at 4:40. Arslanov and Deplus are in it, and then Harada, Frank, Reyes has been caught. Contreras, Warbase, Army, V-Show. Yeah, this race is mine.
15 kilometers to the finish line.
Pushing at an 88. I'm holding the gap, so and shouldn't be running too much risk of a crash. Maybe push 89.
The riders breathe a sigh of relief and hope to recover a bit on the way down.
It's going to get less steep here in a little bit, and that's when I'll have to put the pressure on.
There are just 10
Go ×2 until we get to that section. Gap's opened just slightly. And here we go. It's getting less steep now. Right at 91. 5-kilometer banner. Let's go 89. I don't want to go too hard here. Run out of energy before the end. 87. $3K. Use my gel. $2K. No sprint. No sprint. And now we'll sprint whatever we got. Attack, attack, attack. There it is. First. 30 seconds ticked by. A minute. Minute and a half. Now 2. 3 riders giving chase, 2.5. 3 minutes. Here we come. 3:28, 3:29. Atkinson, Vieramos, and Sosa. And then a group of 27 coming in at 4 minutes down. Huge lead in this race now. Too easy. Kind of nice to see for a change after the extreme disappointment here of late. High hopes for the Tour de France, and boy, oh boy. Enough said. Brought it home.
Only 15 kilometers left.
3-man break. Their lead is quite small, and they have split up, and we're down to just 14.5 kilometers left in this one. So things have really ramped up. You can see we're on a city circuit here, but it does undulate. It is definitely a sprint stage, though. 12K left. Do I have anybody who actually is a decent sprinter? 69 acceleration.
10 kilometers remaining.
Oh, perfecti. Follow you, even though you're on a -3. And let's get one more. How about Plus? Nice and fresh. Plus. I forgot to set these guys to 90s.
The pack is back on level terms with the breakaway group.
Breakaway group caught. We have one more time up a little hill, and actually we could do some damage here. Let me get in here, Tarnay.
We're into
Let's
the
take one
last
more
5
rider.
kilometers.
Kangert's barely hanging on.
That looks like a really bad fall. It's a shame, but he's not going any further. A fall just took place in the pack. Several riders
There
are
we go.
on the
The
ground.
Plus down to
The pace
3K.
is so high that a few riders are going to be very sore at the end of the day.
I suppose I could use my gel with 3K to go.
And there goes the mad burst
So
for the
at the
first
moment,
sprint.
I lead every single classification. So I'm looking for... Ooh, I'm further back than I thought. I didn't realize I had 2 guys left. I thought I only had 1. Well, there you go. Sprinter, Declerc takes it. Walsheed, second. Holgard, Ashbrook, Keogh in 5th. He should have been a little bit higher in that, but with only
The riders bringing up
one
the rear
sprinter.
made it through sheer willpower. This stage was a real strength sapper.
Halfway through this race, and I have a huge lead. On to the next stage.
Whoa, there's an attack from inside the breakaway group.
20 kilometers left to go here in stage number 4? 5? Something? I've lost track. What stage are we on? Stage 5. There we go. 4 riders left in the break. They have 45 seconds. A couple things have changed. So last stage,
We shouldn't see too many
sprint
attacks.
finish.
There are just 50
I lost the
kilometers
sprinter's jersey. This stage, another sprint stage, but punchy little climbs along the way. There should have been a few points out there. I mean, looking at the profile here, there was not much to this stage at all. There's a few little climbs that should have been worth some points, but there was a ton of mountain climbers points out there today. Way more than there really should be. And that jersey has fallen off my back. In fact, the top 3 spots have all gone to guys who had 0 points at the beginning
10
of the
kilometers to
day.
finish line.
10K to go. I'd like to get those sprint points, so if I can, see if I can do this a little bit better than last time. So for Vecchi on a 0 today, that's good. Oh, but he is way down the field. Arslanov as well. That's nice. And then Tarme, Is there anyone at the front? I suppose we'll take Kangert. Okay, you guys need to come up the field fast. And I forgot again to set them to any sort of useful level of effort. Free Rider is still away of that original breakaway, but they're about to get reeled in. Kangert using most of his energy just to get up the field because my team decided that they were resting at the back today. Which I guess who can blame them, considering the work they're going to have to do in the upcoming climbing stages. 5 kilometers left, and look at that, Arslanov is done. Come on, you guys. Sort this out. 3K to go. There's Kangert. There's Tarme. There's Vervecki. Okay, there I am. Arslanov, you're done. Plus, you do your own thing. 2.9. So we can attack this here. Alright, you need to sprint. Darn, sprint. Okay, for Vecchi. Sprint. Oops, I'm off the wheel a little bit here. And I'll sprint myself. That didn't work too well. I was out of energy as soon as I'm not a strong enough sprinter to go even with my own teammates' sprints. Might have a couple points here, but yeah, not much. Holst Enger takes the win. Jesus Herrada second. Then Asbrook third. I was wrong about the Clerk. He's not the only sprinter here. Keogh, also I mentioned. They're pretty similar on that one. There are a couple other sprinters here at this race. But they didn't all make it to the finish. Apparently just 35 riders did. 63 kilometers left to go, coming up on a sprint point, and then we have 2 climbs. The highest point is this first one, the penultimate climb, and then we will finish at the top of the last climb of the day. Kangert has been in a crash and has withdrawn. Gogol, who had the Mountain Climbers jersey last time out, has been in a crash and withdrawn. There were 20 riders in the breakaway, but they've already been caught and reeled back in. That last climb is very steady and not crazy steep. This climb actually is going to do a lot more damage than that one. And I think I'm going to actually attack here sooner rather than later. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and do the same thing we did last time, except for we're going to set up at about an 88 this time. Fewer riders for one thing. And I don't have to necessarily do all of the damage immediately. So let's see who's in the right condition for Vecchi. Probably the strongest climber. Well, Arslanov slightly, so we'll go slow. Arslanov for Vecchi, Harme, and the Plus. And we're just about to the base. (3,000 meters of climbing, 11.8 kilometers, 6.9% average gradient, and the only reason why it's not steeper is that there are a few areas where we will descend instead of ascend. Right now we're at 9.2%. The Plus on the front. The rest of the team actually still trying to make their way up here. So maybe I should turn him down just a little bit for now while my team gets in place. There's Vervecchi. Tarme on his way up. Arslanov still coming as well. Oh, and they just got split. It's just 3 riders. Okay, nope, we're back. But now everything just got all messed up again. So let's try this again. We want to follow Arslanov, and then Vervecki, and then Tarme, and Deplus. Arslanov finally in place. Tarme coming up into position, nearly there. 61 riders, we've caught the break. Here's one of those areas of descent, and Tarme actually further behind from where he was. Vervecki dropping off the pace, and Deplus now on his own. And there you go, Deplus. Oh, no, no! Oh, come on. Let's wait a second for this to sort itself out, huh? There. Wow, that was fun. Didn't like that, did it? Alright, Deplus, go. 58 riders left in the peloton. Break this puppy up. We're into the middle section. Most of my team actually looking pretty weak right now. 44 riders, split it up quick. Tarme, drop off the back. Tarme's done. Deplus is done. This is the second section. Be on my own sooner than I thought. 23 riders. Arslanov, there you go. And it's time to go. 23 riders. And just like that, I'm on my own. Gap opening up. 18 seconds, 20 seconds, 24. Half a minute. 17 riders giving chase. Two riders giving chase, 40 seconds behind.
This climb is feared by many riders. The percentages are very high.
Over a minute. Grab some water real quick. Get us the rest of the way. Little recovery already. Slight uphill section, and then we'll be descending for a good long while here. Minute 44 to 2 riders. We'll see which two here momentarily.
The riders must be careful. This downhill is known to be very dangerous.
In that case, I better ease off a little bit, right? Go 89. Alright, so minute 45 to Ivan Sosa and Sandor Army. And then Arslanov and Vervecki are left in the main group. 14 riders with Viermos, Harada, Atkinson, Reyes, Ludvigsen, Warbase, Sepkus, Arthur Visho. But already a lead. Not enough downhill here? What's going on? Why did I not recover more? Major downhill coming though. Minute 45. We're going to speed things up times 4. Okay, here comes the big downhill again. I should be going in recovery. Not the other way around now. Come on. Need to recover here. Need to recover. Why are we not recovering? Come on. How did I not recover on this descent? Minute 25, the gap. And I did not recover, even though this was super steep most of the way down. I wasn't pushing. I mean, I know I was at the 80s, and apparently that did it, but this was a steep descent. A long, steep descent where I should have recovered almost fully. We're in Snowbird. Or we're about to hit Snowbird. Here we go. Base of the climb. Don't know what happened there, why I struggled so much, but I'm only 13 seconds ahead of somebody here. But I could still probably outrace them. Let me see here if I can open it up. 7.4% average gradient, 12 kilometers, 2,500 meters of climbing. It's Ivan Sosa, the only one giving chase, and he's been caught. But it's only 40 seconds to a group of 12 that is chasing. However, you can see that I am slowly pulling away from them, just being a superior climber. 5 kilometers to go. It levels off just right at the end, and I'm opening that gap. So just pure climbing pace is enough here to get away from these guys. Whoa, 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 whoa! It was enough. What the heck just happened? Warbase just covered a minute in no time flat, and Larry Warbase is gonna go claim this thing. He's 4 minutes down overall. Okay, we'll go back to pushing, try to catch up to him. So much for the potential stage win here. But he used up everything he had. And nope, here comes more. A group of 6.
And there goes the mad burst for the final sprint.
They're going to take the stage. Reyes, Warbase, Sepp Kuss. And there goes Jesus Herrada for the stage win by a slight margin. So that lack of recovery on the downhill just screwed me on the final climb, as I could have won by 10 minutes otherwise. Herrada takes the win, Atkinson second. I do still end up with third on the stage. Warbase fourth, Kuss fifth, Reyes and Arslanov comes in 7th. Sosa drops to 8th. He was the only other good climber besides myself. Vervecki takes 11th. So it almost paid off, but those guys were fresh enough to make a challenge at the end and catch up and even pass me. Kind of blew that one, but that still made very little sense to me, where I was not attacking the descent. I suppose having it set in an 80 did the damage, but I thought for sure that the steepness of the descent that I'd recover. It didn't happen. So I misread that situation and suffered accordingly. That's my bad. 27 kilometers left, going through the sprint point. We have an out of category, alls category climb coming up here. 8 riders in the break, 2.5 minutes ahead. We're going to attack this one the same way we have the previous ones. So I'm going to go ahead and set maintain position, and we'll set 87. This one's really steep here initially, so I want them to last a little while. Just the 5 riders left now, so Vervecki, Arslanov, Karme, Bruce. Not yet ready to attack, but this should get everyone up here a little bit sooner. Rest of the field try to attack here. There we go. Okay. And away we go. So Deplus starting the attack. There's Tarme. Arslanov is there. Vervecki is there. I am there. That's a full team. And there goes that pace. We're going to blow this field up here real quick. 73 riders left in the peloton. And one has quickly gone out the back. And they fall off one at a time here. 2 minutes is the gap to the break.
This climb is feared by many riders. The percentages are very high.
Minute 40, we're gaining quickly on the break. Tarme is getting pretty tired, but otherwise the freshness remaining through the group here. 65 riders left. Minute 16 is the gap. And we are halfway through the most difficult of sections, and we're still on our first rider. 24 riders now, all that's left. Okay, let's go 88 here. Ooh, hold on. Arslanov, can you get back on Deplus's wheel, please? Thank you. No. Oh, come on. Now they're standing still. Set this to 89. So Tarme losing the wheel here has led to this weird situation where we just went from the front of the group to the back of the group instantly at the steepest part, where we could have really done some damage to the peloton, which is down into the low 20s now on riders. Vervecki is at his edge. Okay, that's through the steepest sections though. So Arslanov, you're just gonna push 99 for a little bit, and I'm gonna follow 18 riders. I'm gonna wait until it gets steeper again. And actually, I might not even attack this one. I might just attack the final climb and go take the win. But that's no fun. 17 riders. Gonna go catch these three guys. Go. Catch on here for a second. Quick recovery. There we go. And now we ride off on our own into that steeper section. However, that did a lot to get away. Up to the front. Boswell and Grace, they go right behind. Nearly to the top, steepest section right here. And then it's going to level off. 1K to the summit. Minute 7. Gap opening up real quick here. Over the top. Recovery instant here. This is what I expected last time. See, it was so steep that I instantly recovered. Minute 37 to 4 riders behind. 7. another minute 12 down. So Sosa, Atkinson, Boswell, and Grace. So the remnants of the breakaway plus Sosa and Atkinson, and then Hirata, Reyes, Army, Canty, Evan Hoffman. Nice. Good job for him.
This downhill will allow the riders to recover from their earlier efforts.
Alright, it's time to step this up. And we've got 2 kilometers. And now we'll attack the rest of the way. 1K to go. 1K. Sprint the rest of the way. And there we go. Stage win, race win. Comfortable, adding another minute and a half to my lead here on the final stage. Messed up one stage, so not a perfect race, but that's a solid performance. And look how many riders are still not even anywhere near the top of that climb. Ivan Sosa takes second, Atkinson third, Grace and Boswell come in fourth and fifth. Comes the next group of riders. Coming in a little over 2.5 minutes behind. Hirata comes 7th. Army 9th. Huffman 11th. Deplus 15th. Vervecki, Arslanov 18-19. There's Sepp Kuss in 20. Parme took 32nd. See what those final results are, and then we'll call this one, finally, after a while, a successful episode. Good things have happened here. Skip the podium here at the edge of my time for the episode. I was already in control, but okay. Alright, so stage win and race win by 4:49 over Clinton Atkinson. Sosa takes third at 6.5 down. Reyes. Kuss takes fifth, 8:04. Arslanov all the way up to 6th place for him. Good job there. Sprint, 5 points short of Jesus Hirata, so Jesus Hirata gets the sprint jersey. I do get the mountain by a considerable margin, the under 25s, and we get the team by 16 minutes. Nice. 67 points of progression, nearly there to level 23. Manager satisfaction, finally back up after that. Lots of team movement stuff going on as we've hit August, but not worried about that because we will be wrapping up this series at the end of this season. Team Index, I suppose we'll take a look there. Quick Step, strong and always getting stronger. Sky, still Sky here, no Ineos, though be curious to see how that goes with the release of the 2019 Pro Cycling Manager coming up, as they are now Ineos in real life. Sunweb, Middleton Scott, Bahrain, we are slated in 8th right now. Still leading the World Tour rankings by 1,000 points. Super Prestige, over 1,000 now at 32.22. That's well over 600 points for the game Decathlon. I believe 644. That's a nice score, but well short of 1,000 still, as we're pushing relatively late into the year. It is August now. Tour de France is behind us, and I barely scored anything on that one. So Soler really caught up after winning the Tour de France. But that's going to do it for this episode. I'm Decathlon Gamer, and remember, I'm aiming for the best of the best. So if you're ready to join me on my journey, hit subscribe and tune in next time on my Road to the Record. Bye for now.